Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. A powerful storm system is dropping a variety of inconvenient weather on the East Coast during the busy holiday travel season. The Advocate Channel's Laura Aguirre tells us how flights are being impacted as millions deal with travel headaches.
Went inside, opened the door, all kinds of smoke, debris. My son was having a minor panic attack.
Tim Walsh lost 3 vehicles to a massive tree falling across his Massachusetts driveway. He's one of millions along the eastern seaboard coping with heavy rain, damaging winds, and flooding over the next several hours. Forecasters say most flood watches and wind alerts across the region could ease by Monday evening, but the northern East Coast, Massachusetts up to Maine, could stay drenched through Tuesday morning. This also means air travel delays. At one point Monday, more than 2,500 flights were delayed or canceled in the U.S. It was around this time last year that bad weather touched off a massive 10-day scheduling meltdown at Southwest Airlines.
Let me be clear, we messed up.
That was the carrier's chief of operations in February, explaining to lawmakers why nearly 17,000 flights were canceled, stranding more than 2 million passengers around the holiday. Now the Department of Transportation is leveling a record $140 million fine against the carrier, citing several violations including inadequate customer service and refund delays. Southwest says it's pleased to have reached a settlement with the DOT, calling it consumer-friendly and committed to customer service in a statement to CNN.
This sends a message that every airline has to make the proper investments in having a good enough system and good enough customer service.
Systems and service that may be put to the test as the holiday week gets off to a rainy, rocky start. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Florida's Republican leaders have voted to censure their party chairman who has been caught up in a sexual assault investigation. The vote strips Christian Ziegler of his authority. Sarasota police say that Ziegler planned a 3-way sexual encounter with the alleged victim. She declined the invite when his wife backed out, but investigators say that surveillance video shows Ziegler showing up at the victim's house. Now, he's apologized to his fellow Republicans and family. Police are still investigating. No charges have been filed. The full committee could vote to remove him from office in early January. A Florida man will spend the rest of his life in prison for the murder of an LGBTQ advocate and brother of a former Miami mayor. Police believe Stephen Yinger strangled his roommate Jorge Diaz-Johnston to death back in January of 2022. Diaz-Johnston's body was found later in a North Florida landfill. He was part of a group of couples who filed a lawsuit in Miami in 2014 challenging Florida's ban on same-sex marriage. Diaz-Johnston's husband says Jorge was planning to ask Yinger to move out. A Confederate memorial at Arlington National Cemetery will soon be gone. The Defense Department ordered the removal of all Confederate symbols from U.S. military facilities. Virginia's governor is asking Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin not to move the memorial. 40 Republican members of Congress also called on the Pentagon to suspend the action. The memorial will be moved to New Market Battlefield State Park. The Biden administration has temporarily shut down railroad crossings along the southern border. U.S. Customs and Border Protection temporarily suspended operations in Eagle Pass and El Paso, Texas. The agency says that this will allow Border Patrol agents to focus on processing migrants who have already entered the country. Border officials say that there is a resurgence of smuggling along the border. Each day, close to 42 trains cross into the U.S. in those areas, carrying auto parts, agriculture, vehicles, and other goods. Disney World's animal care team in Orlando is celebrating a milestone birth. An African elephant has given birth to a calf. Now, it's the first time in 7 years to take place at the Animal Kingdom theme park. Her name is Cora, and she came into this world weighing a whopping 218 pounds. Caregivers say that she's now bonding with her mother. Thanks so much for watching AC 24/7. For more, go to theadvocatechannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. For the Advocate Channel, I'm Aaron Dean.